Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart 84. So I've arrived at my visit to the Villa Val Rahmeh. Botanical Gardens and Villa. I've done this, obviously I've done this visit before, but I thought it deserved another video as I've come again. Some fabulous plants here, and a lot of interesting fruit plants, including citrus and quite a few exotics. Hopefully not too much has died since the last visit. Just going to walk up the hill approaching the gardens. And there's immediately an avocado tree, which if I can zoom in, is loaded with avocados. Zoom out. It's in a kind of a valley down at the front here at Menton, which keeps it sort of cool, but it's got warm tropical air, much hotter areas up on the terraces. Look at that bamboo. Must be at least 40 feet high, and look at the thickness of the stems. It's thicker than arms. But it's a fabulous place to visit if you ever find yourself in the south of France. Perfect place for a wide range of exotic and tropical plants to grow. There's a Brugmansia or Datura. Been here before, of course. Lots of tropical plants. I don't even know what they are, although a lot of them are labelled. It's not expensive here. It's €8 to get in. Monstera, Deliciosa climbing up the tree. Might be a philodendron, but I'm pretty sure it's a Monstera. Oh yeah, it's got fruits up there. Let's see if I can get in close. Flowers and fruits. Long way from being ready. Of course, because it's so cool here in this valley, there's a lot of things like ferns as well. Growing right up the palm tree there. This is a plant grower's paradise here. Probably this garden's in zone 10B. So you can grow some quite exotic stuff here. Stuff like avocados and citrus obviously are easy. The approach to the villa. Surprisingly, the villa's nice, but it's not one of those massive sort of Belle Epoque villas that you might expect to see here. There's a little fountain. It's in that sort of Mediterranean orangey colour. Wonderful hibiscus. Anyway, I've got to stop the video because I've got to go in and pay, and then we'll start again. So, welcome to the beginning of the Jardin Val Rahmeh. Shrimp plants, I believe, Beloperon. So you walk straight out into the gardens, and the first thing you see is wonderful frangipanis. See if you've got a scent. Kind of a vanilla scent to them. Be too many plants to name here, but I can at least I will film a few of them. I'm not going to go too mad on the filming. Might have a look at some of the palms. Ciagris. Fabulous bougainvillea, of course, to be expected in the Mediterranean. So let's start looking at some of these unusual coloured, presumably Brugmansias or Daituras, with a lovely deep purple colour to them. I'd say they're almost being used as a bedding plant here. Birds of paradise, of course, Strelitzias. They make fabulous specimens here. That'll be Strelitzia reginae. Don't suppose they'll even bother labelling it, there's so many here. Don't know what this yellow flower is, but it looks a bit like one of the pea family to me. Looking at the leaves and the flowers. More Brugmansias, of course. Right, let's pause the video. So to give you some idea, we're only a few hundred metres from the sea here. Give you an idea of the layout of the gardens. You can't see a lot of it because it's hidden away. But that's the house. I said more of a sort of, I'd say, a Provence style. You kind of think gardens like this would be a Belle Epoque villa, but they're not. I'll do some of these palms for you, Peter. That's an Arenga Ingleri. Palmia, it says it's from Japan. I would have no idea which of these is edible. Don't know what that flowering tree is, but it looks amazing. Might be able to find a label somewhere. One of the problems is sometimes the labels are too hidden. And that one's a Livistona chinensis from South China. They obviously like the climate here. Let's see if we can find what this tree is. No, that's not a passiflora. It's the tree with the spiny bark. Although they say there's a passiflora planted there, I can't actually see any of the flowers, so it's possible that's not here anymore. Probably going to get eaten alive by mosquitoes in this garden. So let's walk around the edge. If I remember rightly from my last visit here, there was a large Tamarillo just along here, if it's still there. Pretty flowers, don't know what they are. I'm walking under a substantial citrus here. And here I would say there's an avocado growing here, looking at those leaves. More monsteras, and look, here's the fruit, the flower, fruit developing from the flower, and the actual fruit obviously not on an edible level, but interesting to see. You can go down there, but I'm not going to. More palm fruit. It's nothing I'd consider tasting because I don't know how poisonous they are. the other side here. So if I'm not doing much talking, let's walk around this side. Lots of bromeliads on the ground. A much larger citrus here. Looks like an orange to me of some sort. Might be a lemon. Probably some of these citrus, I don't think they bother labelling them all. Oh, that's definitely a lemon. This one looks like a grapefruit. Oh, there's a coffee plant there hidden away at the back. Yeah, this is definitely a grapefruit or pomelo. Citrus pamplemousse, yeah, grapefruit. Right, let's just stop there a minute and then we'll carry on with the walk. So it's not easy to see the actual plant stem, but tucked away behind here is the Theobroma cacao. Those are the leaves. It's in a very sheltered corner of the courtyard here. Don't know if I can get around to show you the stem or not. Just about. There we are. It's planted in a pot. No sign of any cocoa pods on it. But it's in a pot, so I would imagine they can bring it inside in winter, because even in this sheltered garden it might be too cold for a cocoa. Various small citrus here. And you sort of follow the path around. I remember once someone pointed out that there was a some time ago I saw a video with a Muntingia here, but I've never found the plant, so I don't know where it was, but it was in a pot. So we'll follow the path, number 5. Oh, actually, let me just go back over here and see if there's something else interesting to film around the side of the car park before I go up. Let's have a closer look at this. Let's have a closer look at these grapefruits. Quite a substantial size. Very good size. What a dream to be able to grow grapefruits and citrus outside properly. Just going to walk down this little bit of path here again, see if I've missed anything of interest. Yeah, I think the tamarillos died, but they are very short-lived, so I wouldn't be surprised. Used to be over here somewhere with fruits overhanging the edge, but disappeared. That's certainly not a tamarillo, whatever that tree is. I better get down lower to see that later. The place is full of fabulous exotic flowers. Satinwood, Morea paniculata. I'm sure they'll have planted tamarillos elsewhere anyway. There's greenhouses up there, don't know if we can go in them. Let's come over here and look at this beautiful orangey coloured, peachy orange coloured Brugmansia. Fabulous. Right, pause the video. That's the back of the house, and then we'll carry on to section 4 and section 5. So, walking around the corner here, let's see what we've got. Climia, Aristolochia, more Mantises. That's interesting. It looks like the greenhouse is open, which we weren't allowed to go in last time. Nothing much to see in there. Looks like they use that for propagating. Maybe some of the orchids that don't like being outside. Look at this. Absolutely magnificent. Yeah, here we are. Now, I never saw this last time. Montingia. Jamaican cherry, also known as strawberry cherry. Only got green fruits on it, unfortunately. But it's surviving here. I mean, it's in a big tub. I mean, they could move it inside if they had to, but I'm wondering if it survives outside here. And next to it, an olive tree. How exciting, see a Montingia. I've got seeds from Menton, so I will have another go at growing one day. But they're quite challenging to get to past this stage, unfortunately. Still nice to see one, which I obviously missed last time I was here. There's always things tucked away that you miss. Let's see if we can work out. So many little sections off to the side. You just miss plants all the time. Loads of little chili peppers growing here. Obviously up on these slopes it's a somewhat drier area of garden. That looks like a bit like a young white sapote to me. No labelling it, but it's got that typical wide flaring of the trunk. Might not be. I think they have got a large one in the garden, so it hasn't died. Let's have a walk down here. A solanum of some sort. I'm sure there are hidden treasures here that I've missed in previous visits, but you can't have your eyes everywhere. Let's see what's in this greenhouse. Yeah, these were closed last time. It's just forbidden to the public, but they've actually got it open. Not that I need to go in there, but just a cactus collection. They've got labels in the plants now, which probably suggests that you can go in, but I don't need to. I'm a member of the Solanum family. Surprising how many members there are of the Solanum family. I'll just look at my little map here because it tells you which way to recommend which way to walk around the garden. Dombaya. Some of these I wouldn't have a clue if they produce edible fruits, to be honest. Very, very old olive tree, that one. This one's 400 years old apparently. Anyway, let's pause the video and I'll start again when I see something interesting. Almost immediately come into a feijoa. It's quite surprising. I don't think the fruits are any bigger here than on a UK one at this time of the year. I suspect that the climate, it's probably fine in this garden, but I suspect the climate's not, although it's got a lot of fruits on this, it's probably not the perfect climate for feijoas. Maybe could do with being slightly cooler in winter. Don't know, but this is in a good shady position, so that's probably fine for it. Okay, let's just look at my map and see the recommended path. It's up here. So I could be commentating, but sometimes it's best just to let people look, see if they see something that interests them. I might miss things anyway. This plant's temporarily missing. Punica granatum, growing in a shady position, no fruits, looking weedy. Just goes to show you have to have them in the right location, even in the Mediterranean. Right, let's pause the video. What I like about this garden at this time of the year is it's peaceful. It's not overwhelmed with large quantities of visitors. So you can walk around without fighting your way through crowds. And where we're heading here, we're going amazingly from the dry tropical region to the humid tropical region, which shows how cleverly this garden is laid out. The right growing conditions. The right humidity and coolness in the corner of the valley, and you can suddenly move to lots of palms and forest for the tropical humid plants. Very clever. All in one garden. The person who designed this garden on the hills was definitely a bit of a genius. Like pineapples here to me, I would say, from the spiny leaves. There's a lot of ficus here, fig family, but obviously not the normal deciduous ones that mostly grow here, but a lot of quite evergreen ones. I've never seen any syzygiums here, so I'm hoping that this year they might have a syzygium and I've just never spotted them before. This looks like a substantial avocado here on the right. Yep, there's avocado fruits on it. It's in quite a shady position actually. Slightly out of place perhaps in the tropical rainforest, but I guess it likes the humidity. Persea americana Miller. So it might be a specific variety on that basis. Heading down to a little pond here, which probably means I'll be savaged by mosquitoes, because that's the one thing about these sort of tropical garden areas. Unless they've got fish in there. If they've got any fish in there, they probably eat the larvae, but I can't see any fish. So it's probably the perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes. But we won't hang around here too long. More monstera, flower spikes developing. I wonder if we'd be able to get them to we'd actually be able to get them to produce flowers in the UK and fruit. Probably need a very warm greenhouse to do that, I suppose. Another palm tree for you, Peter. Phoenix reclinata Jacques. Some bamboo right next to it, green stripy bamboo. This looks like a Schefflera here. Actinophylla, which I believe, oh there, Queensland umbrella tree is a, probably changed their name from Schefflera, I would guess. Nice little bridge here to cross over. The Australian forest. Something just fell, didn't drop on my head though. Looks like another ficus here of some sort. Let's look at these large leaves, let's see what it is. Ficus mysorensis, very large leaves. Another palm for you, Peter. Brahia armata, Mexico and California, blue palm of Mexico. So many palm trees here, it's crazy. Fan palms galore. Various puyas there, perhaps they don't like the gardening conditions. Fascicularia. I don't think I've labelled half the palms, Peter. Probably because some of them are too common or garden, there's no point labelling them all. Into a nice shady part here. Clivias. We're walking, can't see them, we're walking under citrus trees, but these ones probably aren't growing in the best position. Cute. I'm guessing that measures possibly humidity, barometric pressure. So sometimes it's best to stop talking and let the camera do its work. Floss silk tree, Charizia or Corizia. I think that has lovely pink flowers to it. So we've done the upper side of the garden. Now we move over to the lower side, which is more tropical. That's where some of those fabulous bamboos are. Look at that. They've changed the layout of the garden, actually, not the layout, but the path they suggest you take. They've changed it a bit. I seem to remember starting to see more citrus down here. I seem to remember, if it's still here, that there was a giant oak leaf. There's a Kentia palm, Howie or Howie Forestiana. Can't even say it. See in a minute, there used to be an oak leaf papaya here, but we'll see. Here's another Feijoa. Pineapple guava. This one's got much smaller fruits on it than the other one. It's in a very shady position. Citrus clementine, very shady location. Can't see any fruits on it at all. Next to it, the tree's not labelled, but it looks like another citrus. They seem to be suffering a lot from possibly thrips here, maybe mealybugs and mildew, no doubt. I'm pretty sure this is the oak leaf papaya up here. Yep, here it is. Oak leaf papaya. And there are the tiny fruits. I'm presuming this is a couple of citrus fruits next to it. That is the stem. If you're watching this, Louise, that's a good 18 inches wide, so your one's got a fair bit to grow still. It doesn't seem to have grown much since last year, if at all, at the top, but there we go. And they're apparently native to South America. Stopping to look at this lovely climber. Beautiful flowers. Mucuna atropurpurea, if that's what it is. There's a better view up there of the oak leaf papaya. Seems to be restricted in how tall it'll grow. Problem with some of the really interesting exotic plants is you can't actually get to them because they've planted them down on a lower level where you can't get through. More citrus here. Not sure what it is, but it's quite a small one. If I remember rightly, I think there's a strawberry tree somewhere down there. Still haven't seen any rose apples here ever. I suppose they probably haven't got one, if the truth be known. Haven't recognised any leaves of the rose apple yet. I believe there's a lychee or longan down there, that plant that you can see in the distance, but it's not a section of garden you can get to get a close-up. It's a bit frustrating. Right, let's carry on walking around. Yeah, I think that's it there. I'm sure that's a lychee or longan. Seems to be thriving. Next to it is a kaffir lime, or macroot, citrus hystrix. I can see the fruits and the leaves from here. Phew, it's warm here. Another citrus here with fruits on. No label on it. There's so many citrus here, I guess I don't want to label them all. That looks like more of that purple flowered plants. Brunfels here. Not sure what a Brunfels here is. Oh, another pool here. They draw more than this from the garden. Quite possibly they do. Looks like the perfect mosquito breeding pool again, unless there's maybe they've got fish in there. Look at this bamboo here. Incredible. Thickness of some of the stems. Definitely an arm thickness. Yeah, it's definitely a route, different route from the one that we walked around before. And I haven't seen any fruiting tamarillos yet. Everywhere I look there's monstera with fruits developing on. Of course, there's no fruits that are anything like an edible stage, no surprise there. This looks like, is that a pawpaw? I think we're walking underneath a pawpaw here. I think I can walk along the path and have a look down here in a minute. We'll have a look, see. Kumquat fortunella, kumquat. Look like round kumquats to me. Might be a bit more oval further up. Some very large bananas here. Musa balbisiana. Oh, plantain. Explains the size of the stems. I want to get through and see what that label says. Asamina, yeah, I was right. That's an asamina there, so a pawpaw. Can't see any fruits on it, it's still green, but there are two side by side. So if they're seedlings, there's no real reason why they shouldn't fruit. I'm going to go through the citrus zone in a minute, but before I do that, I'm going to walk up the slope. Finger line's absolutely covered. I'm going to walk up the stairs and have a proper look at the upper areas. Pause the video. Beautiful, so we're on the upper terrace now. Quite incredible. They've got the Amazon water lilies growing there outdoors, and they can't possibly lift that pot out and take that indoors in winter, so that's surviving outside all winter. That's got the white flowers, and I think the purple flowers are a lotus of some sort. Still new leaves opening up. Shows they're still actively growing at this time of the year. Lots of little fish in there to keep the mosquitoes down. Must be paradise for them. The only plant I seem to remember interested in this upper garden is, I think I remember there used to be a Barbados cherry, but typically enough no cherries on it at any time I've ever been here. Lagonaria. Dombea. Interesting looking dried seed heads. Look at that fabulous yellow bamboo. I bet that could spread out of control given a chance. remember what's up on this raised level up here. Let's walk up and have a look. I must have been at this section before, but with this little dry garden here, right on the edge of the garden. Don't know what the climber is. Looks like it might be a passion flower, but I can't see any open flowers on it. The leaves are definitely passion flower. There's a solanum up there, Oxera. Typically enough, the label's missing off the passion flower. Definitely passion flower leaves here. They look like adulis to me. Oh yeah, there's a fruit. There's a fruit there. You can just about see it. Definitely looks like an adulis. And I would say some of these flower buds look like adulis flowers, but unfortunately can't see any flowers open to show you. Don't think I've seen an adulis flower in the flesh. Of course, it grows happily in this Mediterranean climate. Right, let's walk down the stairs. See if we can find that Barbados cherry that I'm sure was here somewhere tucked away at the back. Let's let you have an overall view of the garden. Incredible. Sure that the Barbados cherry is hidden away in the corner here. Now Pitchia, here we are. Wow, look how close the train is. Been here a couple of times and never seen a flower on this Malpighiaea or fruit. So I don't know if it's in too shady a position. Would have been nice to have got pictures of the flowers, but no, nothing. It's quite a decent size. And next to it here we have a Eugenia uniflora, Suriname cherry. Actually a ripe fruit. There's a few light orange ones. Don't know, it won't be a named variety, it'll just be a seedling. Still interesting to see it, but I wish the Malpighiaea would flower and fruit, but I've been here twice and never seen a thing. Phyllica. Right, let's pause the video there. Okay, so finish that little bit up there. Musa, Bananier des Sages, citrus yuzu down there. So it's nice I've got a yuzu planted. Whoa. Now up there is a cherimoya or some form of custard apple. Again, I've never seen fruits on it here. Walking through a real forest of citrus now. I have to look at each label to identify them. Citrus sinensis, Orange Doux. Doux is sweet, isn't it? So that's a sweet orange, that one. Now, I'm just going to quickly walk off track here. It doesn't say don't walk off here, because if I remember rightly, there's no snakes. Psidium catlianum, covered in fruits, none of which are ripe. Quite a large tree. I can really hear the mosquitoes buzzing around me here. So let's get away from that area again before I get eaten alive. This citrus is Clementiae Cleopatra. There's a Eugenia up there, another Eugenia, which will be a uniflora. Why they make that a bit so hard to access. Got no fruits on it. Raphiolepis, don't know what that is. Oh, it's definitely ripe fruits on the tree. Look, they're split off from old age. Wouldn't say the citrus are all in perfect condition. This one's Paradisi, Pomelo. Fruits look very small at the moment, but it is a Pomelo. Probably be eaten alive by the time I leave this place. Citrus Medica, if of interest to some of the viewers. Don't think it's got any fruits on it. It's the one with the fingers. Oh yes, here we are. Buddha's hands. Nice to see some fruits developing on it, even though they're not ripe. Strange, there must be some kind of distortion that caused that. That's a lemon of some sort. Ah, I know what that is. That's a carambola. Star fruit. Nice to see the planted one. Definitely haven't got some things labelled here that they should have. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, it's definitely a star fruit there. Perhaps they don't know what they are, which is why they haven't labelled them. It's a long way off fruiting size, but it's looking quite healthy. Citrus limon of Menton. Ah, Carissa grandiflora. That's a natal plum. Carrier or pecan nut. It's quite a small young plant. Here is a papaya. Shows they will fruit down here quite happily. Obviously cut the main stem off at some stage, but the side shoots it's sent up are happily fruiting. I know there is or was a white sapote down here somewhere, which I will show you when I get to it, if it's still alive. Although it was looking very sickly last time I saw it. It's possible it's died. Another Persia. Another avocado. Mosquito galore attacking me here. Punica granatum. That's Nana. You can see why it's Nana. Fruits are tiny. Right, I should get down to the lower level. See what, if anything, I can see down there. No sign of the white sapote yet that used to be here. I don't know if it means it's died. Is this a ficus? It's a magnolia. Don't recognise that one. So here I've got some more citrus down here. More passion fruit vines, no flowers on them. I guess they can spread around quite easily here. Orcotia. Nope, don't know what that is. It's obviously a citrus. Looks like a Kinoto or Chinoto orange to me. I didn't know about the Menton lemon. I presume it was developed here. That little banana there looks like the dwarf one, which I've temporarily forgotten the name of. It's about right, isn't it? There are actually, I believe, some lemon groves up here, citrus groves up here at Menton. Be quite a good area for it. I think they used to have another weather station down here, I'm not sure. Well, they're certainly planting a few things down here. They're putting in some more citrus. I must have decided it was time to do some planting. Right, I shall pause the video and see if I can find that, if the white sapote is still alive. Some new avocados here. This little one says Choquette. So they are trying to plant a few name ones rather than just seedlings. Wonder if that means they've planted any more. Is this an avocado? No. This is meant to be the tropical fruit section, but I'm not convinced because that's a citrus. I don't quite call that tropical fruit. Ah, and here, yeah, it's quite a large citrus there. I don't think they've got many tropical fruits here. However, here is the white sapote. It looked really sickly last time I was here, but it looks healthier now. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it has got some fruits on it. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit for you. There's a fruit there. It's got some higher up. Some of them are a little bit yellow, which probably means they probably drop occasionally, but I'm unlikely to find one on the floor. There's a white sapote there, you can see it. It's certainly not as sickly as it was before, so I'm pleased to see it's got some growth on it. I'm not sure it's in the prime location because a lot of this growth lower down looks badly affected by scale or mildew. Let's see if I can see any fruits falling on the floor. Can't see any. Oh, there's some lower ones through there. None within reach and none ready for eating, but interesting to see that it's doing well in the Mediterranean. Although they're calling this a tropical fruit section, that seems to be some more citrus here. I said that's cheating because I don't really think citrus counts as not what I'd call tropical fruits. Oh, there's a white sapote low down there, hanging right down, if you can see it. Let's zoom in a little bit. You can probably just about see that. Exciting to see. Really, that's about the limit of the tropical fruits as far as I can see. Oh, there's a tamarillo plant. First one, the big one seems to have long gone, but they've put a couple of smaller tamarillos in, which have got fruits on them, bigger than on my plants. There we are. Tomato or arbor. Tree tomato. I think they lost their large one. As I said, they're not very long lived. There's another large avocado. That's the one that's got loads of fruits on it that I filmed from outside the garden because here's the outer fence. But really, they call it the tropical fruit section, but apart from the white sapote, there's very little there. I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't plant a rose apple here or two. I'm sure they'd survive very well. Lovely and cool in this section here. Getting up near the end of the garden now, at the end of the tour. Number 19. Very near to the end. Maybe there will be something else of interest. I said I had a pretty good look last time I was here. I don't think I missed any tropical plants, but it's possible. Interestingly, apart from mosquitoes, there's not an awful lot of unpleasant nasties around that I've noticed. And this one's giant bamboo. Stems on that are leg thickness. Another citrus here. Citron vert. That's lime. Oh, there's a second Casamaroa here. Casamaroa Dulis, another white sapote. I didn't realise there were two last time. So there's a second tree on a higher level. The lower one's over there, it's got fruits on it. Can't see any fruits on this one here, but you can see that typical white sapote sort of strange speckled bark that's typical of the family. Probably explains why they get fruit on the other one. If they've got two plants here, they'll be cross-pollinating each other. It won't be a named variety, it'll just be a seed-growing one. Still nice to see a second one. Some plants here do not like electrion. Some of the plants here got a lot of mildew. I think it's a little bit too humid for them here. Trying to grow some camellias here, probably a little bit hot for them in an ideal world. Okay, so there's coffee plants. Oh, it's that tiny plant down there. It suggests to me, yeah, look, this one here's died back. Obviously doesn't like the growing conditions here for whatever reason. Camellias are doing well, but better than the coffee from the looks of things. And let's head up the stairs here. Just going to come down here and give you a closer look up if I can. Here we are. Closer look up. Those are the flower spathes coming, and those are the fruits. So if you live in the south of France, grow your own monsteras. Just pause there a minute. So that's the end of the tour. Hopefully you found something of interest here. Some lovely cacti. Rat's tails, I think they call them. These look like a bit like the Echinocerius flowers, and yet the leaves are distinctly very succulent-y, not as spiny as I expected. There's another tamarillo there, just starting to flower. Fabulous hibiscus. Yeah, so anyway, I hope you found some parts of that interesting. Hope you enjoyed the tour. Look at the seed pods on those. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the tour. Found a few things of interest to you. Thanks for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up. Share the video. I think anybody would be interested in the gardens at Val Rahmeh. Well worth a visit, whether you're into unusual fruits or just stunning plants and some rare plants, lovely flowers. It's definitely worth a visit. Very picturesque, peaceful, and well worth stopping and looking at. And they give you a little guided tour around as well. So please share the video. Remember to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell if you'd like to know when new videos come out. Probably no more garden tours from France, but I'll see you on the next video. Brett out for now.